Hello and welcome to another episode of Better English Step by Step. This is your calm, long-form English learning podcast where we take one clear goal and walk through it slowly together. I am Sarah, and I am here to help you build your confidence, not by rushing, but by understanding.
And I am Mark. I am joining Sarah today to help you practice. We know that learning English can sometimes feel like a race. But here, we believe the best progress happens when you slow down, relax, and really listen.
Exactly, Mark. Today, we have a very special topic. It is a topic that frustrates almost every learner I have ever met. It is the problem of understanding movies and TV shows. We have all been there. You have studied English for years, you know the grammar, you know the vocabulary. You can read a news article or a textbook and understand everything. But then you turn on the TV, you try to watch a movie without subtitles, and suddenly it feels like you don't know anything.
It is a terrible feeling. You hear the actor speaking, but it just sounds like a fast stream of noise. You catch a word here, a word there, but the rest is a blur. You might think, are they speaking too fast? Is my listening bad? Do I need to learn more difficult words?
The answer is usually no. You do not need more difficult words. The problem is not that you don't know the English. The problem is that the English you see in a textbook looks very different from the English you hear in a casual conversation. When native speakers talk, especially in movies or with friends, we do not say every word separately. We do not talk like robots.
That is right. If I spoke like a robot, I would say, "What did you do yesterday?" Every word is clear. Every word has a space around it. But that is not how humans speak. We connect our words. We glue them together. We change the sounds to make them flow more smoothly. So instead of saying, "What did you do?" we say, "What'd you do?"
What'd you do? It sounds like one new strange word, but it is actually 4 simple words blended together. This is called connected speech. And today, for the next hour or so, we are going to demystify it. We are going to train your ears to hear these invisible sounds. We will break down the rules of how words change, disappear, and stick together.
And we won't just explain it. We are going to practice it. We will guide you through many repetitions. By the end of this lesson, you won't just understand why movies sound fast. You will be able to hear the individual words inside the fast speech. You can just listen, repeat after us, and relax.
If you are ready to finally open your ears to real, natural English, make sure you are subscribed to the channel so you don't miss our future deep dive lessons. But for now, take a deep breath, get comfortable, and let's begin with our first concept, the case of the disappearing sounds.
This is technically called elision, but you can just think of it as efficiency. Native speakers are lazy, or rather, our mouths are efficient. We want to get from the start of the sentence to the end as easily as possible. Sometimes to do that, we completely drop certain sounds.
The most common sounds that disappear are the letters T and D, especially when they appear at the end of a word and the next word starts with a consonant. This happens constantly. Let's look at a very common example. Think of the phrase next door. You have the word next ending in a T and the word door starting with a D. Try to say that slowly. Next door. It is difficult, isn't it? Your tongue has to stop the air for the T and then move immediately for the D. It feels blocky. So in natural speech, we just delete the T. We don't say next door. We say next door. Next door. It flows. Let's practice this. We will say the phrase clearly first, and then we will say it naturally. We want you to listen and then repeat the natural version during the silence. Don't worry about spelling. Just mimic the sound you hear. Here is the first one. Next door. Next door. Now you try. Next door. Good. Let's try it again. Imagine you are telling a friend where you live. I live next door. Repeat that. I live next door. You see, the T is gone. Let's try another one. Think of the phrase just one. Just has a T at the end. One starts with a vowel sound, but often even then the T gets soft or disappears if we are speaking quickly. But let's look at just me. Just ends in T. Me starts with M. Say them separately. Just me. Now let's drop the T. Just me. Just me. It sounds like J-U-S, just. It's just me. Try saying that. It's just me. Excellent. This is why you might miss the word just in a movie. You are listening for that sharp T sound, but it isn't there. Let's try a few more examples involving the letter D. The letter D also disappears when it is sandwiched between consonants. Think of the word sandwich, actually. Sandwich. There is a D in the spelling. But do you pronounce it? Most native speakers do not. We don't say sandwich. We say sandwich. Sandwich. Can I have a sandwich? Repeat that. Can I have a sandwich?
Let's look at a phrase involving the past tense. This is a big problem area. A phrase like hand me, as in please give that to me. Hand ends in D. Me starts with M. If you keep the D, it stops the flow. Hand. Me. So we drop it. Han me. Han me the phone. Try that. Han me the phone. Let's do a few more of these because they are so common. Think about the phrase old man. Old ends in D. Man starts with M. The D disappears. Oldman. He is an old man. Repeat. He is an old man. Now, Mark, what about when a word ends in T and the next word starts with a different consonant, like last night? That is a classic example. Last ends in T. Night starts with N. We almost never release that T. We don't say last night. It stops the air too much. We say last night. Last night. Where were you last night? Repeat that question. Listen to the rhythm. Where were you last night? One more time. Where were you last night? This helps you understand time references in movies. If a detective asks, "What did you do last night?" and you are waiting for the word last with a crisp T, you might miss the question. Let's try one with the word west, like west side. West ends in T. Side starts with S. The T disappears completely because the S sound is so strong. West side. I live on the west side. Try that. I live on the west side. Okay, let's do a longer sentence practice. We will combine a couple of these. Imagine a sentence like, I just went next door to see the old man. If we read this like a robot, I just went next door to see the old man. Now let's apply our disappearing sounds. Just becomes just. Went usually keeps the T slightly or turns into a glottal stop, but next becomes next. Old becomes ol. So it sounds like, I just went next door to see the old man. Listen closely. I just went next door to see the old man. Now you try. Shadow mark. I just went next door to see the old man. Again, relax your mouth. Don't try to articulate every letter. Be lazy. I just went next door to see the old man. Very good. This is the first key to unlocking movie English. When you see a script, your brain expects every letter to be pronounced, but your ears must learn that T and D often go on vacation when they are at the end of a word. Now let's move to the second pattern. This one is even more transformative. It is called assimilation. This means that one sound changes to become more like a neighboring sound, or sometimes two sounds crash together to create a completely new sound. This happens all the time with questions involving the word you, specifically when a word ends in a D or a T and the next word is you. Let's start with the D plus U combination. Think of the phrase, did you? Did ends in D. U starts with a yes sound. When you push them together, D plus Y creates a j sound, like the J in juice. So did you becomes didja. Didja. This is the sound of casual English. If you are watching a TV show like Friends or a modern drama, nobody says, did you see that? They say, did you see that? Let's practice this j sound. It is not rude, it is not slang, it is just connected speech. Listen and repeat. Didja. Didja. Did you go? Try that question. Did you go? Let's try it with the word would. Would ends in D. Follow it with you. Would you becomes woulda. Woulda. Would you help me? Repeat. Would you help me? It makes the sentence feel so much faster, doesn't it? Instead of 3 distinct beats, would, you, help, it becomes 2 beats. Would you help? Let's try could. Could you becomes coulda. Coulda. Could you open the door? Try that. Could you open the door? Now let's look at what happens when the first word ends in a T, like the word don't, or can't, or won't. When a T meets a Y, they combine to make a ch sound, like cheese. So don't you becomes don't you. Don't you? Listen to the difference. Robot, don't you like it? Human, don't you like it? Don't you? Try saying just that sound, don't you? Now the sentence, don't you like it? This is extremely common in negative questions. Think of won't you. Won't ends in T. Won't you? Won't you come in? Repeat. Won't you come in? How about can't you? Can't you? Can't you see it? Repeat. Can't you see it? Let's try a very common phrase. What are you doing? Now, this one undergoes a lot of changes. What ends in T. R is often reduced to just R or a schwa. You is ya. But let's look at what you first. Whatcha? Whatcha? What you doing? This is extremely common. You will hear this in almost every American movie. What you doing? Repeat that. What you doing? Sometimes native speakers reduce it even further to just whatcha. What you want? Meaning, what do you want? What you want? Try that. It feels very casual. What you want? Let's mix the D plus Y and the T plus Y. Here is a sentence. Did you do what you wanted? Okay, let's decode it. Did you becomes didja. What you becomes whatcha. So the sentence is, did you do what you wanted? Listen again. Did you do what you wanted? Now you try. Start slowly. Didja, do, whatcha, wanted. Now smooth it out. Did you do what you wanted? One more time. Did you do what you wanted?
Mark, there is another assimilation pattern that confuses people. It involves the S sound. Yes, when a word ends in S and the next word starts with a Y, like you, the S often turns into a sh sound, like shoe. Think of the phrase, miss you. I miss you. In fast speech, the S and the Y blend. I miss you. It sounds a bit like miss you. I really miss you. Try that. I really miss you. Or bless you. We almost always say bless you. God bless you. Repeat. God bless you. This helps you understand emotions in movies. The actor is crying, saying, I miss you so much. If you expect a sharp S, miss you, it might sound jarring, but miss you sounds soft and connected. So let's review this section. D plus Y equals ja, didja. T plus Y equals cha, don't you. S plus Y equals sha, miss you. These are the transformer sounds. They change the shape of the words. Now, we are going to move on to the third concept. This is perhaps the most important one for the rhythm of English. It is called reduction. English is a stress-timed language. This means that the rhythm of the language is determined by the stressed syllables. The important words, nouns, verbs, adjectives, are big, loud, and long. But the little functional words, prepositions, pronouns, articles, auxiliary verbs, are crushed. They are made very, very small. We call these weak forms, and usually the vowel in these words turns into a tiny sound called the schwa. It sounds like Let's take the word to, T-O. In isolation, we say to. It has a long oo sound. But in a sentence, we almost never say to. We say to, or even just T. I am going to work. We don't say I am going to work. We say I'm going to work, gonna work. Listen to the word to. It is barely there. To work. Try that. To work. I'm going to work. If you are listening for the big O sound in to, you will miss it. You have to listen for the rhythm. Let's try the word for, F-O-R. In isolation, for. In a sentence, fur. This is for you. Not this is for you. This is for you. Fur. It rhymes with fur. This is for you. Repeat. This is for you. How about the word and, A-N-D? This is a very common reduction. We almost always drop the D. Remember our first rule, elision? And then we turn the vowel into a schwa. So and becomes un, or just n. Fish and chips, fish and chips. Rock and roll, rock and roll. Black and white, black and white. Try saying black and white with the full word, black and white. It sounds stiff. Now say black and white, black and white. Much better. Let's look at the word at, A-T. In isolation, at. In a sentence, ut. Look at that, ut. I'll see you at 5. See you at 5. Try repeating that. Focus on making the at very short and weak. See you at 5. The word of, O-F. This is pronounced with a V sound usually, of. But in a sentence, it becomes just a tiny of, or sometimes just a. Cup of tea, cup of tea, cup of tea. A lot of people, a lot of people. Think of the phrase kind of. It becomes kinda. He's kind of funny. Repeat. He's kind of funny. This reduction is why learners feel native speakers are mumbling. We are not mumbling the important words. We are mumbling the grammatical glue. We highlight the content and we hide the grammar. If you give every word equal weight, you sound like a machine. If you reduce the function words, you sound like a person. Let's practice a sentence with multiple reductions. Take the sentence, I went to the store for a loaf of bread. Let's identify the strong words. Went, store, loaf, bread. These are the heavy beats. Now look at the weak words. I, to, the, for, a, of. These need to be crushed. To becomes ta. The becomes the. For becomes fur. A becomes of becomes a. So the rhythm is, I went to the store for a loaf of bread. Listen to the music of it. Da, 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 went. Store, loaf, bread. These are the heavy beats. Now look at the weak words. I, to, the, for, a, of. These need to be crushed. To becomes ta. The becomes the. For becomes fur. A becomes of becomes a. So the rhythm is, I went to the store for a loaf of bread. Listen to the music of it. Da, 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 da.
Okay, we have covered elision, disappearing sounds, assimilation, transformer sounds, and reduction, weak sounds. Now we are going to put it all together. This is the most important part of our session today. We call this the shadowing bridge. We are going to take a short, realistic dialogue, something you might hear in a typical scene in a cafe or a workplace. We will analyze it line by line. We will identify where the sounds connect, and then we will practice saying it. Here's the context. Two friends, A and B, are talking about weekend plans. Here's the script. I will read it slowly first, without connected speech, so you know the words. Person A, what are you going to do this weekend? Person B, I don't know. I might just stay at home. Person A, do you want to go to the movies? Person B, that sounds good. What do you want to see? Person A, I have not checked the list. Let me look it up. Okay, that sounds very clear, but very unnatural. Now let's translate this into connected speech. Line 1, what are you going to do this weekend? What are you becomes whatcha. Going to becomes gonna. So it sounds like, what you gonna do this weekend? What you gonna do this weekend? Listen to the flow. What you gonna do? Let's practice that. What you gonna do? Now the whole line. What you gonna do this weekend? Repeat. What you gonna do this weekend? Line 2. I don't know. I might just stay at home. I don't know becomes I dunno. The T disappears. The N's blend. I dunno. Just stay. Just ends in T. Stay starts with S. Drop the T. Just stay. At home. At becomes at home. So the line is, I dunno. I might just stay at home. Listen closely. I dunno. I might just stay at home. Try the first part. I dunno. Now the second part. I might just stay at home. Put it together. I dunno. I might just stay at home. Line 3. Do you want to go to the movies? Do you becomes daya, or even just ya in very fast speech. But let's stick to daya. Want to becomes gonna. To the becomes tada. So, daya wanna go to the movies? Daya wanna. Practice that chunk. Daya wanna. Daya wanna go. Daya wanna go to the movies? Repeat. Daya wanna go to the movies? Line 4. That sounds good. What do you want to see? That sounds. That ends in T. Sounds starts with S. Drop the T. The sounds. Good. Stop the D slightly. What do you becomes wadiyaya. Wadiyaya. The T turns into a fast D flap. The O of do reduces. The U becomes ya. Wadiyaya. Want to becomes gonna. So, that sounds good. Wadiyaya wanna see? Listen to that second sentence again. It is very fast. Wadiyaya wanna see? Break it down. Wad, da, ya. Wadiyaya. Wanna. See. Wadiyaya wanna see? Repeat. Wadiyaya wanna see? Line 5. I have not checked the list. Let me look it up. I have not often becomes I haven't, but let's say I've not. Check the. Checked ends in a T sound. Checked. The next word is the.
The T makes the T hard to say, so we often stop the T. Check the. List ends in ST. Keep that. Let me. The T in let assimilates into the M. Lemme. Lemme. Look it up. Connect the K to the I. Look it. Connect the T to the U. Look it up. So, I haven't checked the list. Let me look it up. Let me look it up. Try that phrase. Let me look it up. I haven't checked the list. Let me look it up. Repeat. I haven't checked the list. Let me look it up. Okay, now we have decoded the whole dialogue. We are going to try shadowing it. Mark and I will perform the dialogue at a natural speed. We want you to listen. Then we will say it again, with pauses for you to repeat. Ready? Listen first. What you gonna do this weekend? I don't know. I might just stay at home. Dia wanna go to the movies? That sounds good. What do you wanna see? I haven't checked the list. Let me look it up. Did you hear all the blends? Lutcha? Dunno? Just stay. Wanna? Wadiaya? Lemme. Now it is your turn. We will say a line. You repeat it exactly as you hear it. Don't read the words in your head. Mimic the sound in your ears. What you're gonna do this weekend? Repeat. I dunno. I might just stay at home. Repeat. Dia wanna go to the movies? That sounds good. What do I wanna see? I haven't checked the list. Let me look it up. Excellent. Now let's do it one more time. This time, try to speed it up a little bit. Try to match our rhythm. Feel the stress on the big words and the speed on the small words. What you gonna do this weekend? I don't know. I might just stay at home. Dia wanna go to the movies? That sounds good. What do you wanna see? I haven't checked the list. Let me look it up. Great job. You just spoke a paragraph of natural, connected English. If you were to see this written down, it looks simple, but speaking it with this rhythm is what makes you sound fluent. And more importantly, practicing this rhythm helps you understand it when others speak it. When you hear it "lemme" in a movie now, you won't pause to translate. Your brain will instantly know it means "let me." When you hear "wadiaya," you will know it as a question. We recommend that you practice this short dialogue a few times. Maybe even record yourself on your phone and compare it to our recording. Can you hear the blends? Are you dropping the T's? Are you reducing the 2's and 4's? This takes time. Your mouth has muscle memory from years of reading or speaking clearly. You have to retrain those muscles to be relaxed, to be liquid.
Let's do a quick recap of the 3 big rules we learned today. Number 1, elision. Sounds disappear, especially T and D at the ends of words. Next door becomes next door. Old man becomes ol' man. Number 2, assimilation. Sounds change when they meet. Did you becomes didja. Don't you becomes don't you. Number 3, reduction. Unstressed words become weak. 2 becomes ta. 4 becomes fur. And becomes n. These aren't errors. They are features of the language. They are how English breathes. We hope this deep dive into connected speech has been helpful. It is a big topic, but taking it step by step makes it manageable. If you enjoyed this calm, focused way of studying, please consider liking this video. It helps other learners find us. And if you want to keep building your English with us, step by step, please subscribe. We have many more lessons coming on listening, pronunciation, and vocabulary. For your homework this week, here is a simple challenge. Go watch 5 minutes of a TV show or a movie. Just 5 minutes. Turn on the subtitles. When you hear a line that sounds incredibly fast, pause, rewind, read the subtitle. Then close your eyes and listen again. Ask yourself, what sounds disappeared? Did a T drop? Did a did you turn into a didja? Try to identify just 3 examples of connected speech. If you do this every time you watch something, your ears will open up. You will stop hearing noise and start hearing patterns. Thank you so much for studying with us today. You did a great job sticking with it. Listening practice is hard work, but you are making progress. I am Mark, and I am Sarah. Keep listening, keep repeating, and keep moving forward, step by step. See you in the next lesson. Goodbye.